Tuesday, 6:40 p.m. Marcus is standing outside a warehouse club store with a hot dog in one hand and a receipt in the other. The hot dog, with a soda, cost him $1.50. The receipt says $412. He came for paper towels and maybe eggs. That was the plan. He said the plan out loud in the car. $40, 45 tops. Somewhere between the entrance and this bench, the plan turned into $412. Rewind 90 minutes and walk in with him. The first thing the building shows you is not paper towels. It's a wall of enormous televisions, glowing like a canyon, priced hundreds below the electronics store. Marcus doesn't need a television. That's not the point. The televisions are a handshake. See how much we're not charging you? 10 steps later, it's a table of sweaters. Then the bakery smell arrives, engineered to arrive exactly there. His cart is still empty, and the building has already said three things. Trust us, hurry, and you're smarter than retail price. And here's the part that should genuinely bother you. Marcus doesn't feel robbed. He feels like he won. He is sitting on a bench eating a hot dog he had to walk past 300 people to get, feeling like the smartest shopper in the building. That feeling was manufactured, deliberately, brilliantly, and mostly legally, by one of the most beloved companies on earth. 145 million membership cards are sitting in wallets right now, and the machine that filled Marcus's cart runs on every single one of them. Tonight, we take the machine apart. The $1.50 hot dog that hasn't changed price since 1985, and what it's actually for. The $65 fee you pay for the privilege of spending more. The reason there are no signs over the aisles, and the architect who saw what stores did with his ideas and cursed them for it. And then the part that matters, how to walk through all of it and only buy what you came for. Start with the hot dog, because the hot dog is not food. It's a promise. A quarter-pound hot dog and a 20-ounce soda, $1.50. That was the price in 1985. It is the price today. 40 years, and it has not moved once. The only change in 4 decades is that last year they let you swap the soda for a bottle of water. Same $1.50. Prices around it roughly tripled since then. The hot dog didn't. Executives have been asked again and again why they don't just raise it. In 2018, Costco's then CEO, Craig Jelinek, told a room what happened when he suggested exactly that to founder Jim Sinegal. Sinegal's answer became company legend. A threat on his CEO's life over a hot dog. His exact words are on screen, ending with 3 famous syllables: figure it out. That is not a man protecting a sandwich. That is a man protecting the single most valuable price in his building. Because here's what a $1.50 hot dog does to your brain. Psychologists call it anchoring. Kahneman and Tversky proved decades ago that the first number you process recalibrates every number that comes after it. The hot dog is an impossible number. Nothing costs $1.50 anymore. And once your brain has touched an impossible number, every other price in the warehouse gets judged against it and wins. The $200 mixer isn't $200 anymore. It's wow. And the hot dog is $1.50. This place is basically giving things away. The hot dog has a partner, the rotisserie chicken, $4.99, unchanged since 2009. Costco's former finance chief admitted the company gives up $30 to $40 million a year, keeping that chicken at that price while competitors moved on. They sold 157 million of them last year. Tens of millions of dollars a year, paid voluntarily, to keep 2 numbers impossibly low. Marcus once did the chicken math out loud in the car. A whole-cooked chicken for less than the raw one at the supermarket. They must barely mark anything up here. He said it to his wife like a man sharing a secret. That sentence is the machine working exactly as designed. A customer doing the marketing for free from the driver's seat. Why? Because those 2 numbers are the store's honesty in physical form. Retail calls this a loss leader. A price that loses money on purpose because of what it sells around it. But at Costco, it's bigger than that. The hot dog and the chicken are proof. Proof you can taste. If they're barely charging me for this, they must be barely charging me for everything. That sentence, which your brain says silently, without permission, is worth more than any advertisement ever printed. The hot dog isn't on the menu. You are. Now, the part almost nobody thinks about because it happens once a year and hides in plain sight. You paid to get in. $65 a year for the basic card, $130 for the executive one. That fee went up in September 2024, the first increase in 7 years. And here is what should amaze you. 92% of North American members renewed anyway. 81 million households pay every single year for permission to shop at a store. The accountants love this, and you should see why, because the number is astonishing. Last fiscal year, membership fees brought in $5.3 billion. Costco's entire operating profit was $10.4 billion. The fees you and Marcus pay at the door are roughly half the company's profit engine, on under 2% of its revenue. The other $270 billion of groceries and mixers and paper towels? That mountain of merchandise runs on margins so thin, it mostly exists to justify the card. Marcus's renewal came up in January. An email, one button. He didn't check what the fee even was now. 6 seconds, renewed, gone from his mind before the coffee cooled. And that 6-second yes is the quietest, most profitable moment in this entire story. But the fee isn't just their revenue, it's your psychology. In 1985, two researchers, Arcus and Bloomer, documented what they called the sunk cost effect. Once you've paid for something, you keep using it to justify having paid. The gym membership that drags you to the gym in January. The buffet you overeat at because you already paid the cover. The $65 doesn't just open the door, it follows you around the warehouse whispering, make it worth it. Skipping Costco this month doesn't feel like skipping a store. It feels like wasting money you already spent. And the executive card runs the same trick at double volume. $130, but you earn 2% back. Run the math. Nadia did on the back of her receipt. To earn back the $65 upgrade, you have to spend $3,250 a year. The reward doesn't pay you, it programs your trips. Every purchase becomes a tiny step toward the card paying for itself, which is another sentence your brain says without asking you first. You don't just shop at Costco, you shop to deserve Costco. Now look up. You're in the warehouse, 40-foot ceilings, and something is missing, signs. There are no signs over the aisles. You cannot look up and find paper towels aisle 12 because the building was designed so you can't. This is not neglect, this is on the record. Robert Price, co-founder of Price Club, the company that became Costco, said it plainly. I was adamant that we would not have signs telling people where things were, because that would make it likely that they would wander through all the aisles and find other things to buy. The maze isn't a side effect. The maze is the product. And the maze is stocked like a game. Costco carries only about 4,000 items, a fraction of what a typical supermarket shelves, and a chunk of them rotate constantly. The pallet of sheepskin slippers that's here this week and gone next Tuesday. The espresso machine that appears once a year. Costco's own people call this the treasure hunt. That's their word, not ours. And it weaponizes the oldest force in retail, scarcity. You don't buy the slippers because you need slippers. You buy them because next week they won't exist, and I can always come back for it has been surgically removed from the building. Watch it catch Marcus in real time. Aisle, well, there are no aisle numbers. So, somewhere between tires and yogurt, a pallet of sheepskin slippers, $24.99. He picks one up, puts it down, pushes the cart 8 steps, stops, comes back. He is 34 years old and he is standing in a warehouse negotiating with footwear, and the sentence doing the negotiating isn't, "Do I want these?" It's, "These won't be here next month." He put them in the cart. You already knew that. There's a name for what all this does to your plan. Architect Victor Gruen designed the modern enclosed shopping space in the 1950s. Researchers later gave his name to the moment a shopper's intent dissolves. The Gruen transfer, the instant the layout overwhelms the list, and you stop navigating and start wandering. Marcus entered with a $40 plan and a straight line in his head. The building dissolved the line. Gruen himself, near the end of his life, looked at what stores had done with his ideas and disowned them. He called the results bastard developments and wanted no credit. The architect of the maze tried to give the maze back. The maze declined. One more gear, and it's the quiet one, the sizes. Everything is enormous, and every giant pack has a beautiful unit price, 48 cents a roll instead of 90. And the unit price is real. You genuinely pay less per roll. But watch what it does to the total. You didn't save $12. You spent $38 to save $12. Do that 9 times and your cheap cart is $400. The average trip here runs somewhere around $100, maybe $150. Marcus's receipt says $412 because the anchor said everything's a deal. The fee said make it count, the hunt said now or never, and the sizes said bigger is smarter. 4 voices, 1 cart. One more scene before the fix, the checkout belt. Marcus watches his own items ride past like they belong to someone else. Slippers, a gallon of olive oil, 3 pounds of pistachios, a sweater he doesn't remember deciding on, and somewhere, paper towels. The cashier doesn't blink. 400 is a Tuesday here. The receipt prints long enough to fold twice. He tips it into the cart, and by the time he reaches the food court, the number has already softened into, well, most of it we'll use. Notice that voice. It arrives on schedule right next to the $1.50 hot dog. So what do? Cancel the card? No. And this is where tonight gets honest, because here's the twist that takedown videos won't give you. Costco is the soft version of this machine. The prices are genuinely low. The quality is genuinely high. Their house brand alone is 1/3 of everything they sell. $90 billion a year, because it's actually good. Every store you enter runs these same scripts. Costco just runs them while mostly holding up its end of the deal. The machine is real, and so is the bargain. Both things are true, and a grown-up wallet has to hold both. So you don't leave the machine. You learn the controls, 4 of them. 1, bring a number, not just a list. A list says paper towels. A number says $45. The anchor can't recalibrate a number you wrote down before you saw the hot dog sign. When the cart total passes your number, every additional item becomes a decision again instead of a reflex. Marcus tried it the following month. $120 typed into his phone's notes on the lock screen before the engine started. Inside, the number did something unexpected. It didn't argue with the building, it just sat there, visible every time he reached for the cart. The wall of televisions became scenery. Scenery is all it ever was. 2, give the treasure hunt 24 hours. The whole power of Gone Next Week is that it forbids thinking time. So take the thinking time anyway. Photograph the slippers, walk out, and if you still want them tomorrow, come back. 9 times out of 10, the wanting evaporates with the scarcity, which tells you exactly who wanted them. Not you. The building. 3, run Nadia's math on your own card. If you spend under $3,250 a year, the executive upgrade is paying them, not you. Here's what that looks like done right. Nadia sat down with a year of receipts one January, same kitchen table where she automates everything else, and added up her family's warehouse spending, $4,100, above the line. For her, the executive card pays for itself and then some, so she keeps it without a flicker of guilt. Same card, same math, opposite answers for different lives, which is exactly why you run your numbers instead of borrowing hers, and do the same honesty pass on the fee itself. $65 is a great deal for a family stocking up twice a month, and a terrible one for a single guy who visits 4 times a year and leaves with a kayak. The card should earn its fee the same way you earn your paycheck, with receipts. 4, respect the unit price, but total the cart. Before checkout, one slow scan. For each big item, ask, would I buy this at a regular store at a regular size? If yes, the bulk price is a real win. Take it. If the only reason it's in the cart is that it felt cheap next to the hot dog, that's not a purchase. That's the anchor, still ringing. Here's the script running under all of it, and once you can say it out loud, it loses most of its power. A bargain isn't a price. A bargain is a feeling. And feelings can be engineered. Buy a 40-year-old hot dog, a fee that makes you loyal to your own spending, a building with no signs, and a pallet that vanishes on Tuesday. Marcus goes back next month. Same store, same hot dog, same $1.50. But this time there's a number written on his phone before he walks in, and when the cart passes it, he can feel the building asking, and hears himself answer, no. The receipt says $91. The hot dog, if anything, tastes better. Next time, the regular supermarket, where the same machine runs with no membership, no hot dog, and no warehouse, hidden inside a store you visit 3 times a week. The psychology tricks in every supermarket aisle. Subscribe so you don't miss it, and tell me in the comments, what's the item you bought at Costco that made no sense the moment you got it home? I read everyone. Your money runs on a script. Now you can read it.